Thank you, Mr. Gyalsing. I hope you enjoyed the video. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Alwis Rustam, Executive Director, Association of the Indonesian Municipalities, to deliver his speech. Please give a round of applause. Mr. Alwis, the floor is yours.
Thanks. Susah juga ya berpantun. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, Bapak Ibu, ladies and gentlemen. Hello everyone. Today I will give some more detail to continue my yesterday presentation, and to get a little bit, I will wrap up some of key points yesterday. Yesterday I talked about 2 facts and 3 challenges and 4 lessons that about smart city initiatives in Indonesia. The previous speaker that's talking about in national wide, Pak Gensley, and as you know, in decentralized era in Indonesia is not complete enough when you just hear from the national government, not from the local government. So I am from Association of the Indonesia Municipalities. I would like to give some point to describe our situation now about smart city initiatives in Indonesia. So I will, in 1 minute, I just try to wrap up. The first one is there are 2 facts. The first fact is about the diversity of characters of problem. So because there are 98 cities in Indonesia, it's quite huge from west to east, yeah, from Sumatra to Papua, and also 516 regencies is equal with the mayor as well, that we call Bupati or head of the regencies, something like that. And this is gaps, diversities also. There are not only about the fiscal capacity, but also the population, about the problems, the typology. There is a small, medium, big, and metropolitan cities, something like that. And the second fact is the multi-aspect and sectors. As we know, that's all about the related to the smart city initiative. Not only about public services, as mentioned by Pak Gensley before in Indonesia, how to get the minimum standard services of the public for the citizen, but also the state and nation buildings and management. And there are 3 challenges. The first challenge is about how to get this to the quality of life. This is related to human development priorities. The second challenge is about the fiscal and institutional capacity. As I said before, the fact is not the same one in decentralized era in Indonesia. And also the problem is also diverse. And the third challenge is about the collaboration and synergy in pentahelix, how to put together the government, campus, academia, the media, and also private partners, private sectors, as well as community groups. So this is the challenge for us. I really want to talk about not only about the specific city, like Jakarta or Medan or Surabaya or Bandung, but this is talking about smart nation, yeah? How to put it like smart city to become more advanced in their initiatives. I will give you 4 lessons learned from Indonesia on how to do the progress now. At least in Indonesia, we have to start with the knowledge of the smart city and commitment from leadership. So this is very important, not top down, very independent for some of mayor, yeah? Especially when the different political party among the minister, for example, with the mayor is quite difficult. Not easy to them to transfer the idea and initiative of the smart city, for example. But this is again we call that tahu, know about the initiatives, the idea, the vision. And the second one is the lesson is how to make that the willingness. This is must be approved by the regulatory policies. They put their own local policies that also very independent by the local level. This is to make it not only government, not only people, but also for smart living and mobility and so on, as we know, the pillar of the smart city. The third lesson learned is about how to ability, mampu. This is related to the institutionalized implementation. So this is must be run by the bureaucracy, not only the task force or a specific institution or organization, but must be blended by the institution of bureaucracy in the local level. And the last one is we call that maju. We work with champion. At least we are now has 10 metropolitan cities besides Jakarta, yeah. And this is the champion talking about the 4G, some facilities and equal with some other global cities and compete with them, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur and so on. But also there are more than 90 cities also fight to their own pathway, their own effort, yeah, to get the smart city initiative and vision. Ladies and gentlemen, in the global city, there are at least 3 cities now put it in top 90 of global smart city index in Indonesia, besides Kuala Lumpur and Singapore as well. If you see the achievement of the last year, next one please. Last year is, we can see that besides Singapore and Kuala Lumpur, also there are 3 cities from Indonesia, and also Manila after that, the number 9. Next one, please. This one. So this is the last one. There are various index actually, but at least it's similar in top 90. So we are in regional East Asia, ASEAN countries, quite competitive with others in the global way. And if we compare with 2019 to 2020, that's also a bit move, yeah, and different. This is during pandemic, I think. And also the digital transformation is issue in Indonesia. I will explain why that all of city now is struggle, because to go to the smart city, we start by the e-governance, we call it e-governance. It's much very specific and transferred to the smart cities initiative. In ASEAN, as mentioned by the Home Affairs Minister before, we are part of the Smart Cities Network in ASEAN, and this year Indonesia is the presidency of the ASEAN Smart City Network. Yeah. Besides Makassar, besides Banyuwangi and other cities, other 7 cities also lead this ASEAN network. And the Indonesian Smart City Initiative, at least from 2017, there are at least, we can see here that 100, yeah, in the staging. And then next one is the spread out in the Indonesia archipelago is very challenging. And this is the reason why the progress is very, the ownership, to make it mau tahu, mau, mampu, and maju to make it progress, they come with the e-governance. They solve some to solve some problem with the governance. E-government, you can mention, and in diagram, Venn diagram, in the middle one is now 100 cities in Indonesia. Hopefully, we can move to the right side. If you can see the circle, could be again compete with a global city, another global city for the smart city index. And this is only, as mentioned, in APEXI, in our association as well, we have like technical meeting annually. That's also how to strengthen ecosystem among the 100 cities in Indonesia. And these are next one. There are 100 cities that's based on the tourism zone. So not only about the facility that smart city based on the cities, but also the ecosystem like trading and hospitality and any kind of facilities. And that's why now some of investment and partnership from some of international development agency or enterprise company come to those 100 cities, because there's very fast improvement in all of Indonesia, from Sumatra, not only Java but also Sumatra. And interesting one is also the part of Maluku Utara, and even near to Papua. So the challenge is how to bring those archipelago to the smart city by their own context, not about how to generalize that city of technology, but it's really about how to solve the minimum standard of services. That's about food security, about education, health, and so on. So this is really helpful for the small city, for example, so they also can get vision about the smart city in the small city in Indonesia. That's around population no more than 100,000. But there are also like Jakarta, it's almost 12 million population. So it's very huge gaps actually. The challenge of our association to strengthen the ecosystem of smart city. The last one is, this is only an example of how that some of a city like Makassar, Jambi, Surabaya, Bogor, Semarang, Medan, Padang, etc. They can use that I said before, that based on the how to solve the smart city initiative to solve their problem. For example, for the city who has disaster hazard that's much more than others, that could be the priority of the capacity building, technology and ecosystem of smart city prioritizing to them. But for the huge city like for public services, transportation, mobility, smart people, and so on, smart governance could be suitable with for some of our members in association. So this is not about how much that CCTV, or this is not just city of technology, but city of love, life, beauty, dignity, and equality. Because this is on artificial intelligence, for example, not only for the common use, but also how to, in tourism, for example, in the slide before, there's also how to address some of danger situation, like artificial intelligence also can watch some of specific criminal and some of radicalism, something like that. So it's very specific, but in general, we have advanced cities, as I said before, at least 10 now, and 3 of them already put in the top 19 of global index. So the challenge of our association actually on how to bring the Mau to know the leadership. The second one is how to Mau, they put in their regulation, they put in the budgeting, and the third one is how to Mampu, how to institutionalize those approach and vision to bureaucracy, to eat until the staffs, and then also the last one is how to Maju. So for our member, top 10 of our member can be a champion for 88 other cities in Indonesia. That's all I think share from me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mr. Alwis Rustam, for amazing session today. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite Haja Zaida Ismail, Congress Director AMB Tarsus, to give away plug for token of appreciation to the speaker, Mr. Alwis Rustam. Please welcome. Thank you, Haja Zahida. Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a short break and all VIP and all guests are invited for refreshment, and we will be right back after 15 minutes and see you at 10:15 a.m. for the next session. Thank you.